We want to start tonight's proceedings by acknowledging the traditional owners of all the different lands on which we meet. I myself am dialing in from a Wabble country in New South Wales. We pay our respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging. We recognise the outstanding contribution of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders in their ability to make sport in Australia and celebrate the power of sport to promote reconciliation and reduce inequality. The first award we're presenting tonight is recognising those players who have got the most mileage out of the ADG Tour this year. I was a recipient of the ADG Frequent Flyer Award back in 2019, and I made it to 11 events around the country. For the 2021 tour, 11 doesn't even make the special mention list. As for those special mentions, we had 2 participants from Geelong who made it to 12 events this year in Ryan and Chris Hart. And we had a trio from South Australia in Alex Costales, Ryan Nicholson and Michelle Schultz, who also made it to 12 events. Pipping them on 13 events from Victoria was Mike Spangenberg. However, from Victoria, with extensive lockdowns in 2020, it's no surprise that the most travelled players were from the Garden State. Making up for lost tour time, they competed in the same 15 tour events, including 8 years in South Australia, Victoria, ACT and Tasmania. So please put your hands together for this year's frequent flyers. Tim Bowen and Kerry Edwards. We'll move on to the tour proper now, and our first division is junior girls. In the early years of having junior girls on the tour, we didn't even have enough players to fill the podium. This year, on the back of strong attendance at Women's Global event and Aussie Disc Golf Day tournaments, we saw 12 girls participate. From Perth, Jessica Lim and Central West New South Wales, Lily Nicholson-Love finished 2nd and 3rd. Congratulations to them both. The winner from Mount Gambier, winning all 4 events she competed in, please congratulate Jessica Holman. Jessica, I think I saw you on the Zoom before. If you've got anything you'd like to say to your fans around the country?
Just thank you to my family, and thank you to all the people that's competed with me and gave me a good competition, I guess.
Thank you. Congratulations. We'll move on to the junior division, which we saw 32 competitors across the country. Tied for 2nd place, the first time I've seen a tie. We have Jaden Gallard from Central West and Maddie Pearsall from Melbourne. The winner in our juniors division, again from Mount Gambier, winning all 4 events that he played in as well, and not to be outdone by his sister, Austin Holman. Congratulations, Austin. Now, if you've got anything you'd like to say, Austin, if you're on the call as well.
I'd like to thank my parents for introducing the sport and helping me to get better, and all my competitors.
Thanks, Austin. In the amateur masters 50 division, 3rd place goes to a legend of our sport in the country, a legend of the sport in our country, whilst the winner of the Aussie Disc Golf Day in this division sneaks into 2nd place. So congratulations to Kim Holmes over in Perth and Paul Kremninos from Sydney. Picking up his 2nd prize of the night is demonstrating that consistent performance across 15 events will win you a tour event. Put your hands together for our Masters 50 Plus winner, Kerry Edwards. Is Kerry on the call? Congratulations.
Thank you very much. An awesome first year on tour. I enjoyed it very much, and I look forward to future years with the ADG and some of the newly other formed state representative organisations as well.
Derby on tour. And hopefully with borders opening, we'll get to see you more parts of the country. Congratulations. We move on now to the Amateur Masters 40 Plus division. Coming in third is the long-standing Australian distance record holder from Perth, and second place goes to one of our well-travelled players from Geelong. So I'd like to congratulate Mick Cansey from Perth and Chris Hart from Geelong. The winner of our Masters division, on the back of a busy 5-state tour schedule with 3 wins in his hometown of Adelaide. I'd like to join you all of you to join me in congratulating Dan Hartley. Congratulations, Dan. I know you've beaten me a few times last year, but it'll be this year as well.
Thank you, Luke. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for all the organisers. Such a busy year last year. So many travel restrictions. Everyone put in the extra effort to make events happen, cancellations, etc. And I look forward to playing for you again, Luke. But I've moved up a division now, buddy, to MA50, so I'm not sure. You might have to wait a bit to play with me again.
I'll see you in 7 years.
See you there.
We'll move on now to the Novice Women division. And this one is a clean sweep for South Australia. Coming in third spot from Mount Gambier, Michelle Schultz, and coming in second also from Mount Gambier, Amy Wyers. Just like in junior girls, there was huge growth in this division. And for the first time, we saw almost 100 competitors playing in FA4. Leading them all last year on the back of podium finishes in every tournament she played, also from Adelaide, Anna Coladina. I don't know if Anna is with us tonight.
Yes,
right.
Yep, I'm here. Yep.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks for all the competitors and all the event organisers and everyone that's given me positive feedback and yeah, tried to help me along the way.
Thanks, Anna. In the novice division this year, last year we had 450 competitors. To give that a bit of perspective, in 2019 we only had 470 total competitors on the tour. Another good sign is that more than half of those 450 competitors played multiple events, and that was seen with a hotly contested division. Consistent performances in WA for Scott Caldwell brought him third place, and in Victoria, Benjamin Hicks finished in second. Unfortunately for them, neither of them could catch the eventual winner in MA4. He started the tour year destroying all comers in juniors before moving up to novice and finished the year with a huge victory in Sydney. He's the freshly crowned champion in the advanced division of Central Vic Classic just last weekend. I'd like to congratulate the winner of Novice 2021 from Geelong, Ryan Hart.
I'd like to thank my dad and Geelong Disc Golf Club for helping me to improve. And yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Ryan. Congratulations. Consistency continues to be the key with a lot of the second and third place performers, and the story's no different for third place in intermediate. Over in WA, Thomas McNeely takes home third place with a number of tour victories in his home state. Just ahead of him in second place with an A-tier win at the Eruption, and lots of second places across the tour from Adelaide, Alex Costales. Our intermediate winner this year has the highest points of anyone on tour, amassing pretty incredible 98 points per event that went towards his tally this year. Includes A-tier wins in 3 states against pretty sizable fields, and it proves that his skill is more than a simple circus act. From Adelaide, please put your hands together in congratulating our intermediate winner, Jonathan Drack.
Hey everybody. Thank you. This year started out with me changing my whole mentality around the game, because previously to this year I hadn't finished. I think I'd had one finish in the top half of a field, and then something clicked, and I managed to get my first win in Tassie, and then followed the train. But it was great. So moving up to MA1 for this coming year. So hopefully we'll be competing a lot. As much as I can. But thanks. It was great to have a lot of people on tour. Unfortunately, through restrictions, it was a little bit restricted, but fingers crossed that next year gets the ball rolling again. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jono, and congrats again. So the division that Jono's now moved, advanced. And for the competitor that finished in third, it's a pretty tough life. He lives in Crescent Head on the mid-north coast of New South Wales. It's got some of the best beaches on the coast, amazing national parks, and it's 300 kilometres from his nearest disc golf course. So congrats to Lise Brody, who finished third, travelling to events up in Brisbane all the way down to Tasmania, finishing third in advanced. The silver bag tag heads over to the west coast, where this competitor took home 4 wins in B tiers, including a turkey to start his season. And it helped the big rig to second place. So congratulations to Dave Briggs. And the winner of events spent part of the year in a moon boot, but he had a big win at the SA Open. Strong showings at events in Tasmania, Victoria and Perth were enough to see him across the finish line. So again, please put your hands together for the South Australian Disc Golf President, Adelaide's own Gareth Morgan. Is Gareth with us tonight?
You're on mute, Gareth.
Oh, there we go. Thank you very much. Cheers, Matt. Well, I'm not one for technology, so I'm glad my disc golf is a lot better. I'd just like to thank everyone who puts in the hard work to actually set up these events. It's all everyone's personal time and just the love for the game and the excitement of putting these awesome events together to see everyone throwing some plastic things at metal things. It's pretty awesome. So thank you so much, and we're hoping that this year is going to be a lot better for numbers and travel. So good luck to everyone this year. Thank you very much.
Gareth, and congrats. We'll move on now to our top division for female competitors. And the top 3 in the ADG women's division are names known to pretty much everyone for their contributions off the course, as well as their exploits on the course. So coming in third, president of the Mundaring Disc Golf Club. She's a member of both the ADG and Wolfdorf boards. She was TD of the extremely successful Run the Chains Women's Global event in Perth. Congratulations to Sue Summers.
Thank you.
In second place, a relatively newcomer to our sport, but no stranger to flying disc sports. She's the founder of the Adelaide Women's League, and she's been an ever present on the podium since she started playing. From South Australia, please put your hands together for second place, Sarah Lee. And finally, the winner of our women's division needs no introduction, but I'm going to give her one anyway. She's been at or near the top of women's disc golf in Australia for over a decade now. Her name is engraved on the women's trophy more than anyone else, and 2021 was no different. She is Australian disc golf royalty from Geelong, your women's tour winner, Cassie Sweet.
Thanks, Luke. Massive thanks to everyone for what hectic 2 years we've had in the disc golf world. You know, we haven't really been able to travel far. I don't think for us Victorians, we haven't really been able to get out of the state this year. So to pull off a tour win with not much travel out of the state is awesome. Massive thanks to my awesome sponsors, Innovative Champion Discs and Through Pink, the support of the Geelong disc golf community, as always, bunch of legends down in Geelong looking forward to nationals this year. We're 3-4 weeks away to kick off, Matt. It wouldn't be far, would it? 5 weeks tops, maybe. So we'll be absolutely looking forward to seeing everyone's familiar faces, those that I haven't met before. So yeah, everyone that is coming, travel safe, and I look forward to seeing you in 5 weeks. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Congrats. And just on that point, the number of new faces that are on these names, and I'm calling out for one, is phenomenal. So it'll be great to hopefully meet some of you over the next year or so. We'll move into the Open Division now. The race for the Open Division was extremely tight at the top. Anyone that's looked at the leaderboard can see that. 3 competitors missed out on a podium finish by fewer than 15 points, and 1 point separated our, again, tied third-place competitors from the next competitor down. The best 6 results from his 15 frequent flyer events were enough to secure Tim Bowen third place in the Open Division. And tied with him and everyone's extremely early hot favourite for Open Glory before he headed back to the US, Dylan Spangenberg. So congrats to our third place competitors. Again, a familiar name comes in at second. He's been an ever-present on the Australian tour for the last 8 years, apart from a little chunk where he decided to head off and tour in the US. He's a southpaw. He wears a very amazing, glorious pineapple bucket hat. He's got 4 victories in his hometown this year. From Perth, WA, congratulations to second place, Geordie Wheeler. And that moves us to our winner of the Open Division. The previous year, he had 3 wins in juniors and a win in advance, and took the jump up to Open for 2021. Third place at the Perth Open in June was his worst performance of the year, and the only time he finished third. He has 3 tour victories. He became the youngest ever competitor to win an ADG Open A-tier event when he took down the Eruption in Mount Gambier. And that victory over Luke Blaine, who finished in second, was enough to secure him the points that eventually gave him this title. So please put your hands together for our Open Division winner, Blake Houston.
Hello. It's been a big year. Definitely tried to travel as much as I can, and playing all these events with some great players. It's I've been honoured to come away with the Open victory. Also, I'd like to thank my sponsor, Heiser Flight, for getting on board just after the Perth Open, and they've been really supportive and helping me out. So I'd like to thank Heiser Flight, and hopefully you have an even better 2022. And yeah, pretty much. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Blake, and congratulations. So congratulations to all our competitors and winners this evening. The winners of each division, Paul has already arranged your PDJ memberships to be extended for another year. The bag tags are sitting on my desk over there to be sorted and dispatched to your, in most instances, state rep who will distribute. And the Open and Women's Tour trophies will be at ADGC in Inverleigh next month to be presented there. I'd like to thank everyone else who helped put tonight together. So to our photographers, Kingsley Flett, Carol Heath and Tim Marchbank, who have let us use some of their work. To Matt Hill, who put these graphics together, a little bit fancy. And to Emily and her son Nash, who put the pack itself together. All the transitions were Nash's. So thank you for that, Nash. And I'd like to hand over now to Em, who will be announcing the team selected for the Wolfdorf World Team Championships to be held in Croatia later this year.
Yeah, it's exciting. This year, we also get the pleasure of announcing the Australian team due to compete at the Wolfdorf Team Disc Golf Championships. They'll be joining over 23 other countries competing in Croatia in August this year. This will be the third time that Australia has sent a team to this event, and this event's held every 2 years. It's a bit of a different concept for our sport to have a team event. It's a bit to get your head around how it all works. So we were really encouraged by the level of interest that was generated in joining this team. And for the first time, we actually had more people apply than we have places for on the team. The maximum size of the team is 12 people. So that's pretty good expression of the growth of the sport here, that many great people all would make the team an excellent team. So to deal with this, we put together a selection panel, and the board was made up of respected members of the disc golf community. And the board thanks Bruce McNaughton, Cassie Sweeten and Chris Hill for their work on this panel. So the panel considered player ratings, current playing level and recent results in making their decisions. So please join me in congratulating these players for making the team and give them a bit of tough competition this year as they prepare for the event. Luke, do you want to get the screen up? Excellent. So we have Gina Hill, Sarah Lee, Sue Summers, Aaron Morton, Chris Finn, Chris Hill, Darren Stay-Smith, Dave Perry, Luke Bain, Jonathan Jonas and Paul Noyson. So we wish them all the best as they prepare for this competition and look forward to following all the action of the event.
Congratulations to all of our winners again tonight and to the people selected to represent Australia. Short and sweet. Thank you all for attending tonight.